So after lots of work, reassembling all the other transmission to figure out what part was missing, I found out what happened. So this is the complete M2 S4. Everything's inside the CRV gearbox. The spacer is on and everything is good. Everything went into the right gears, so everything is working as it should now. Now I'm just gonna get longer bolts so I could bolt the whole diff and everything together and just reassemble the whole transmission, and then at that point I should be able to just throw it in the car. I do have but it's a precaution. I'm going to change the bearings at the bottom to make sure everything is fresh as it could be, but all the gears are good, the sinkers are good. The only issue I had was this slider right here. Just had to grind it down until it fit, and then I just squeeze it in a little bit. Certain people say that for this particular one they had to cut it, weld it, and push it in like that, but I was able to get away with it without having to do that. So I'm gonna put the case on right now and just make sure everything lines up correctly, and if everything is good, this should be the end of the video. So if I post this video, this works. Just a little example. Everything came out well. Those are the gears turning. I have clearance everywhere. That's the diff spinning. That's input shaft. So now I'm just going through the gears to make sure everything is working right, and they are. So until I put it in the car, I won't be 100% sure, but I think I'm good. So I just went through all the gears. Everything seemed to work correctly. Now I just have to, of course, take this apart again, change the bearings for the final time. I have to turn this shaft down to match the B series shaft. So that's just gotta take those apart, but that should be relatively easy. I just want to make sure that everything will fit clearance wise, everything is good. So yes, I know this is a whole bunch of back and forth, but I had to make sure everything was right before I went ahead and put it in the car, only to have issues. So doing the extra miles, I could work on the outside. It's a lot easier than have to put it in the car and take it back out. So right now you went through all the gears, even reverse, all the shifter selectors back on. Just had to put a D10 springs in, reinforce shifter 3 and 4. The other thing I have to take it apart for is this shaft. I have to turn this section down to matches the B series, which is this one. So once that's taken care of, I should be able to just line this up with the B series flywheel that's already in the car, and then this transmission will be finished and ready to drop in. We're still in the building phase. I took the transmission apart. I'm getting a few things welded up, and I'm getting a new diff. Machined out. So here's the problem that I have come into, and I got a solution. So this is the transmission case. I think this is a CRV transmission case, and here was the issue. This is an M2B4. No, this is an M2S4 gear set I'm using right here. These are M2 S4 transmission I'm using. So all the gears I have over here, I think it was third gear was a little bit different in size than the M2 S4, which is the gear stack I'll be putting in the transmission for now. This is the CRV shaft right here, and this is the M2 S4 shaft. They're very similar, but as you can see, right here is where the difference is. And this one too. This one's a little bit smaller than the CRV one, but everything physically will fit once I have the correct gears on, which are right here. The issue was right here, I had to have it machined down in order for it to fit, because the B series pilot bushing is a lot smaller than the standard H. So I had it machined down, and now they match. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna assemble this one, put everything back in the transmission just to free up some space, and then once that's all over with, once I get the diff back, I'll put a diff in because I have a new diff that's getting machined out to the correct tolerance that I want. Throw it in there, and then hopefully put this transmission together and throw it in the car. That's the plan.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me,